The top stories. Laid off transport board workers pressed for severance pay. UWI student applications nosedive. And Wendy's batting challenge to make big hundreds. Welcome to Nation News for Tuesday, July the 1st, 2014. Another day, another demonstration, it seems. At least a dozen retrenched workers gathered across the street from the Transport Board to press their case publicly for the immediate payment of their overdue severance. Spokesman Wendell Collymore said the Transport Board had pledged that the severance payments would be made after 2 months, but 2 more months had now passed and the former employees are still waiting. The cash-short Transport Board laid off more than 200 employees in March. Most of the latest batch of medical interns at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital will not find jobs there. That from internship coordinator at the QEH, Dr. Clyde Cave. He said there are places for just about 10% of the new medical graduates from UWI. Dr. Cave said the others might have to seek work outside of Barbados once they had completed their internships.
By the end of this week, it should be all over, at least for this year. There have been graduations for infants, those at primary and most certainly secondary schools. They're happening all across Barbados, and no one is being left out of what has certainly become a big event. Parents are spending lots of money, sometimes even more than they can afford. But to what avail is all of this if we don't conquer the basics and prepare a better equipped student in reading, writing, math, science, and other relevant areas? We need well-managed students who aim high and fear God. Let's honor and praise our students. Let them know we love, care, and appreciate them. But there's no need to go overboard with expensive events or gowns, capes, and caps.
Faced with a sharp drop in early enrollment, the University of the West Indies has worked out flexible payment arrangements to help students who are finding it difficult to finance their studies at Cave Hill. Campus Principal Sir Hilary Beckles told reporters the university would not turn its back on those students whose families did not have the money or collateral to get a loan to fund their studies. Student applications have fallen by 40% in the light of the decision by government to impose tuition fees for Bajan students at Cave Hill from the next school year. So Hillary was speaking at Scotiabank Warrens, where the bank announced that it was offering UWI students 15 bursaries over the next 2 years. It's being described as a spectacular crash which left 2 men hospitalized. The car crash happened in the area of the Glebe St. George. The car in which the men were traveling reportedly went airborne and smashed into an unoccupied house. The driver was said to be trying to avoid a collision with another vehicle. Officials of the Diabetes Foundation have been hearing about a drug formulated to treat diabetic foot wounds. Chief Operating Officer of the foundation, Dr. Simone McConney, and Chairman Dr. Oscar Jordan accepted a donation of a sample quantity of the drug Tetrastem from financial consultant Hal Martin. Mr. Martin invited American podiatrist Dr. Christopher Otico to Barbados to share information about his success with the drug, and local diabetes specialists later expressed excitement about the prospects for its application in Barbados.
This drug, so far, there's been nothing said about their management of their diabetes. There's been nothing said about, how well they are, because you're immunocompromised when you have these diseases. So something like this can definitely make a huge difference to what we're doing right now in Barbados.
The Barbados Police Cooperative Credit Union has awarded $500 scholarships to 16 junior savers for their 11-plus performances. Credit Union Vice President Jeremy Stephen urged the winners to take advantage of rapidly evolving technology as their education progressed. The first tropical storm of the season has formed and is not in the Caribbean Sea. Arthur formed off the coast of Florida and forecasters say it could affect the Carolinas as a hurricane by Thursday. In sport, West Indies captain Dinesh Ramdin has expressed frustration with his batsmen after the West Indies went down to a 2-1 defeat to New Zealand at Kensington Oval on Monday. The batsman, Ramdin said, should learn to be satisfied only after they got big hundreds. He singled out some of the younger players for praise, including Jason Holder and Craig Brathwaite, 2 of 5 Barbadians in the team that lost the final test by 53 runs. It was New Zealand's first away Test series victory against the top 8 nation in 12 years. And finally, a dirty story. A Barclays Bank branch in England was closed temporarily after a man strolled in wearing shorts and flip-flops and deposited multiple poops on the floor. The well-to-do unidentified customer apparently wasn't interested in banking when he walked into the branch in Andover in southern England around lunchtime on Friday. One bank customer who witnessed the deposits said, quote, "I have no idea why he covered the bank in excrement, but he didn't look ill. He just looked a bit smug as he walked out." The bank closed down while employees cleaned up the mess. That's Nation News for Tuesday. You can get your news your time, your way. In the Midweek Nation on Wednesday, on our website nationnews.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, Facebook and Twitter.